Just hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was crazy actually getting that footage. What are we doing here? Yes, this is not a normal thrifting video. This is actually a New Year's and top 20 video. Now usually I go top 10, but this year was so crazy full of finds, and I had to talk about a bunch of good pieces that I could not leave out. I got it all squared away right here. Let's get into it. Let's start this one off. Number 20, episode 292. We got the 1993 Liquid Blue Dragon Slayer front and back scaly flamey drip. If you guys know about that Dragon Slayer piece, they go for bank. They go for $100 and up. I did pick it up for $6 and it did sell off for 95 bucks. That was just another crazy piece that came into my life and took off. We got some cash. Cash is king. Number 19, episode 352. We got the Givenchy button up. Just amazing stars all around the collar right there. Brand new, they go for like $350 and used $150, so I wasn't gonna pass it up. That one is actually still up on my DEPOP. Remember, DEPOP, link down below. Go check it out. And just on top of that, I gotta say thank you guys for ordering. If you guys support me in that, it's just insane. You guys are keeping me going like always. Number 18 on the list, we got episode 356, the vintage The North Face Mountain Guide jacket. Just amazing. You guys know about the Mountain Guide jackets. They go for sometimes $300 and up. So it's an amazing piece to keep and also use and to fall back on. If you ever wanted to, just sell it off. Money in the bank. But with this one, they wanted $24.99, but like I said, the comps are crazy. 17, we got episode 334, 1980s Puckman or Pac-Man tin lunchbox. Just one for wear, farm fresh, but I was so happy to pick it up. I believe I got it for $10, and it was at this local spot. I came in there and they wanted more for it, but I only had that in cash because they were only taking cash, and I came up. Like I said, it's an amazing piece to have in the collection, and I love the fact it has that name tag on it. Jim T. Thank you, Jim T. Number 16, episode 340, we got the Tommy Hilfiger Grail side bag. I think people were flipping out when I found this thing. So many DMs, so many questions, and yes, it's still in the stash. Thought I was joking? I did pick it up for $9.99 in the video. I wasn't gonna pass it up. The protuberance of the tag in there is just awesome. So with this piece, I actually posted up a Tommy Tuesday picture and pandemonium ensued. Awesome. 15, episode 307, we got the Ferrari fingerless deer skin gloves. Brand spanking new. They actually had it in the case for $20. I jumped on it immediately. You see the tag was $200 retail. Even if they were used, I would probably jump on it, but they are brand new, not even been worn. So if you look in between the gloves, they actually have a connection thread, and that means they've never been used. They are up on my Depop. Remember, link down below. Number 14, the 90s Cosmo Kramer Tennessee River single stitch tee. This piece was actually copped for $3.49 when I was up north. Sold on my round 2 video, episode 351. For $50. Super clean. Tennessee River all tagged up. At number 13, episode 299, we got a skateboard piece right here. This is actually a World Industries Wet Willy Velcro back hat. I love the fact that it actually has World right in the front, and you got Wet Willy right there embroidered. It's a Grail piece still in the collection. I got a bunch of DMs on it, but I kept it. Collector first, seller second. And I picked it up for $1.99. Now, number 12, episode 268, we got another skateboard piece for you guys. Blind Skateboards youth cap. Nothing much to say about it, except that it is blind. We got the Reaper right in the front. I grew up with skateboarding, 118 board shop, tech decks. It was a whole thing. And it just speaks to me, and that's why it's still in the collection today. But number 11, we got episode 275. I am pumped about this one. Coming up on it in a random lonely day at the thrift store. It was the 1987 R2D2 Star Tours Grail t-shirt. Insanity, first of all, because I went in there, it was completely empty. Usually the pickers that are in there are searching through it, everything's gone, and I come up on this piece. And when I see the tag, first of all, vintage 80s Disney immediately, and I see what the graphic is, it's insane. And first of all, I was sitting in the first place. I can tell that was probably passed on by somebody that was inexperienced with tags or just skimming. That's what I'm saying, you guys. And that's another thing about skimming, is that it is a thrifter's downfall. It's when you do not put the time and effort to go through a whole rack or go through a whole bucket of stuff because you're just pretty much lazy. I gotta tell you right now, my channel is built on non-skimming. It's actually built on going, digging, going through everything, going through each piece, looking at a tag, because at the end of the day, when you go into a place that someone thinks is picked out and you come out with some Grail pieces, you know, people are gonna look at you a different way. Now to that, at number 10, we got the behind the counter $30 vintage The North Face steep tech that was behind the counter, an amazing piece, pristine. The inside, I don't know what it is, it starts crumbling, you get pieces everywhere, you get this powdery dust. This piece had nothing of the sort. So like I said, I actually paid $30 for it, but it did sell on my round 2 video, episode 351. For about $120. So I was super psyched about that one. Went into the collection. I believe it's on the wall right now. I saw it recently at round 2. Just one of those things, you know, shout out to round 2, Sean Witherspoon, all the homies out there. Now number 9, another skateboard piece that was just, you know, definitely freaking me out when I found it. This was actually a Tom Penny Flip Skateboards Made in USA hoodie. This was actually a 10-year anniversary, 1995-2005 one. So licensed 2005, made in USA still. Just an awesome piece, still in the collection to this day. Love the graphic on there. And I've worn it a couple times already, still taking care of it. So I picked it up for $5. The comps go crazy. You know, people have been asking about it, and they throw some crazy numbers out there just to have that piece in their hand. And that's what I love about this stuff. Sometimes it's a one of one. I've never seen another one like it. I know it's an anniversary one, but I've only seen the t-shirt. Now, number 8, we got the Kansai International or Yamamoto. Do not get it confused with White 3 or Yoji Yamamoto, but this guy was actually stylist to David Bowie, but at the time Ziggy Stardust, rest in peace. He's got a bunch of designs. He actually styled him. There is some pictures of him styling David Bowie or Ziggy Stardust at the time. It's just awesome. And that one actually sold up on Depop. I believe it was like $150. I picked it up for $6, so an amazing flip. Now, number 7, episode 328, something that bugged me out finding it at the thrift, a random section of the thrift store, because at the time the place was pretty much picked out. I was giving up hope. I went through everything, and I come up on an umbrella just sticking out like this, and I immediately jumped on it. I looked at it. I do not open up umbrellas in the thrift store. You know, call me superstitious. I will not open it completely at the thrift store, but I did open up, and I'm an umbrella person. I'm an all-around thrifter, so I go through everything, and that's another thing about me, that a lot of people will have their niches with things and their go-tos, but I'm literally an all-around. If one place doesn't pan out in the thrift store, I can go to another place, and sometimes, I mean, that's why in reality I come up all the time, not on the biggest pieces, but pieces that are decent. Now, getting back to it, is actually a 1992 America's Cup, just amazing polo crest umbrella that is still pretty decent considering it's got some wear and tear. It's got a little bit of discoloration. It's got sun damage, but I love it. And when I opened that one outside and checked it out, people were bugging out. I got a few compliments outside of the thrift. I was already nervous. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And that one was like $4, and the comps are just astronomical. Number 6, we got episode 294. We hit Burberry Gold for only $2.99. First of all, we gotta come up with a scenario on how it happened. So I went to a big thrift store. I went in there, I was going through, couldn't find anything. I went on to another thrift store. I went in there, it was completely empty. It was, you could see clothes that are like over the top. You guys already know what I'm talking about. It means the place is picked out. Thinking to myself, should I keep looking? Should I keep going through everything? So I did. I went through every single piece. The shirts, the jackets, nothing, nada, zip. Until I came to the linens, and I see Novacek hanging, and when I grabbed that and I turned it over, you can feel it already. 50% cashmere and 50% wool, so I felt it immediately when I turned that around, and I see the newer Burberry tag. It's a no-brainer. I grabbed the thing right away, paid, took off. For 5, we got episode 298. We got the Prada vinyl tote bag. Just crazy. It's pretty much clear, except you got a rooster on the front, and so many people asked about it, like, is there really a rooster on the front of it, or was it something that I put behind it? I'm like, no, there's a rooster on it. It finally actually sold for $150. I did pick it up for $29.99 because the thrift store knew what's up. Everything checked out, tag checked out, leather checked out, hardware checked out, and that's the thing, you gotta know what to look for sometimes coming up on high-end pieces, and a lot of people will find stuff they don't know if it's real, and that's why a lot of people need to brush up on the knowledge, because once you have the knowledge, it is pretty much, you know, sky's the limit of what you can find at the thrift. On number 4, we get the Fendi Authentic Zucca pattern women's wallet, $14.99 with a 50% off. It was only $7, and it was completely out in the open that it was real. It had the real leather, it had the serial number, it actually has the holographic tag on the inside. I was going, wow. I will link down below my Depop. Now, number 3 in the mix, we got the episode 298, the authentic Louis Vuitton Damier graphite card holder, which was actually part of the compact module, 4 pieces that are combined into one that's like in the portfolio. And this is where the problem, you know, occurred with the thrift store. They didn't know about it or whatever, because they would have priced it a lot more if they knew it was completely real. Everything was real. The treated canvas. It's another piece of my 2019. At number 2, we got episode 353, the MLK Supreme hoodie, like all over graphic from literally 2018. It was not too long ago when this came out, and the thing is brand spanking new. This one was at the thrift. Now, I did pay through the teeth. I gotta say right now, it was for $50, and what they had this one, and they also had a Supreme New York jersey. And that Supreme New York jersey, I was literally about to cop both for $50 each. I was literally gonna drop $100 at the thrift store. It turns out that the Supreme hoodie was real, the jersey was not, and it bummed me out. But that jersey, I really wanted that jersey. Woo! Like I always say, knowledge is key. If I didn't know it was fake, I would have probably been in the dumps. I bought something that was completely fake and I didn't even know. Learn up, do your homework. On to that, coming on to the last one. Number 1, we got episode 273, Barton Pereira sunglasses Themis. These are actually 55mm. I literally picked it up at the thrift store for $1.99. These ones actually retail for $510. This one was the most expensive sunglasses I've ever found at a thrift store. Literally finding it in a pile of sunglasses that are worth $2. And recently at the same spot, I actually came up on the case finally. $3 for a $510 sunglasses. an amazing steal. And with that, just gotta say thank you guys for watching. You stuck with me all the way to the top 20. I've never done top 20 before. I've always done top 10, but this year was just crazy with the high-end finds, new-end finds, vintage finds. It was all around craziness. A little thank you to you guys this year. There's actually gonna be a New Year's giveaway, so keep that in mind. Get excited. Hit it up. And with that, I'm just gonna say what I always say. Hit that sub button because my videos are coming. This was Mick from Fresh from the Flea.